Here with women's tennis coach Jeff Halberg. Coach, you've had a week, I suppose, to kind of brood maybe, looking back at the St. Olaf match that the women played last weekend. Talk a little bit about that match. St. Olaf, a very good squad, and kind of took it to you a little bit.
They did. The first thing you do is got to give credit to Scott Nesbitt and his St. Olaf squad. They were a great team. There were a lot of familiar faces, but they had a couple of new ones in there. They have a freshman at number 1 who's spectacular, just a great player. And so we knew it was going to be a tough match going in. Having said that, we had done so well in Madison the previous weekend that I felt confident that we could, challenge, that we could give them a good match. And but it was one of those days where just our energy level wasn't matched. We just didn't match theirs. It wasn't so much that the ladies weren't trying hard, but we just weren't getting the best tennis out of ourselves on that day. But I talked to the ladies after the match and I said, I want you guys to look at this more as a blip in the screen. We've been playing tennis. We've been improving. We played, superb tennis, a week earlier. There's no reason to believe that, one match that just didn't click means that we're on a downhill slide. Instead, it's just, no, let's just reinvest in what we're doing and get back to work. So I'm not terribly concerned about it. We got some good, tough matches to go, but I think the ladies have 8 matches still to play. We'll see if we get them all in with the weather, but certainly within the conference we've got some matches that are winnable. We can make some noise, and so I hope we can do that. Is
it a good thing at this time? You like we've been talking. You played last week, and now you don't play again until Saturday. So you've actually had a week of maybe rest, rejuvenation. How do you approach a week like that, where you don't have a midweek match and you've got that whole week off?
Sure, especially early because of all the travel we've done and the tough competition we've had. I gave him a little bit more downtime, and that does happen. It's kind of a balance of things. It's later in the season. They've got a lot more projects going on in school and things like that. So there's a lot of different things that are pulling him in different directions. So I have to allow them a little bit of leeway time to get that done so that they have the mental energy to be able to focus and play hard when it matters.
And let's talk a little bit, Jeff. Let's talk a little bit about this weekend. You've got a conference match and then a non-conference match. You open up the day on Saturday at St. Peter, Minnesota against Gustavus, obviously one of the perennial powers here in the MIC. And then you've got a non-conference match against Bethany Lutheran in Owatonna. So not only are you on the road, but you're in 2 different venues. How do you approach a weekend like that?
Well, one of the big ones, we try and get there in a timely manner so that the ladies can kind of get the bus legs out of them. If you're going to compete after taking a bus ride, you've got to have a chance to kind of get the blood flowing and moving around because, so you don't want to be running late. You don't want to have too many distractions. Fortunately, with the second match in Owatonna, it's on the way home anyway, so it doesn't change a whole lot in terms of riding. It's not an extra drive. It just happens to be on the way, so that actually works out okay. Yeah, it's a little odd because usually you just play fairly close to each other. That was the original plan, but of course the weather didn't cooperate in that way. So, but the way it's worked out with the indoor venues, I don't think it'll be much of a factor. Having said that, it's always, the further you drive, the more of a concern it is to, to have your team up and ready and going. And Gustavus is a little bit more of a haul than some of the places, but, no matter what, Gustavus always gives us a great challenge. So hopefully the ladies will be, rested and focused and ready to go on the weekend.
And the day starts Saturday in St. Peter against Gustavus, and then you close it out in Owatonna against Bethany Lutheran. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.